You ever feel like there's a part of you that doesn't want to succeed? Like no matter how hard you try, something inside of you pulls you back. That's exactly what I felt this morning when I woke up. But to be honest, I think I struck gold with this guitar and breathwork stuff. I mean, how does a person like me, that literally got his butt kicked the majority of his life by anxiety and the ripple effects of trauma, suddenly break through? Think about that for a second. Try to feel it if you can. Just imagine, metaphorically speaking, that somebody locked you up in solitary confinement and gave you a life sentence. But then one day, a huge guard shows up with a key and says, "You're free now. Go home." How the hell do so many of us get tricked into thinking, well, I guess this is just the way it is? What I'm talking about here is so many of us are tricked into thinking that we're stuck living with anxiety. And I'm saying that because that's exactly what I went through. Not to mention, I had a lot of people around me that would support the idea that I was born that way, and it just is the way it is. Wrong. So knowing that I was under attack this morning by these thoughts, I did what I do best. Grabbed this baby, and I sat down for a few minutes and worked through some box breathing, box shapes on the 3rd and the 5th fret. And I'm about to show you exactly what I did and what happened as a result of doing it. Heads up though, it's kind of dangerous in my opinion. If you need help from a mental health professional, I'm not the guy. I'm just a guy that was plagued by anxiety for the majority of my life, and now I'm not. And the reason I'm not is because I do these exercises on a daily basis. What I found out was wild. The thoughts that were creeping in right when I got out of bed turned out to be like a shadow. Not like a physical shadow from a light. I mean like an inner shadow, like a boogeyman, so to speak. And if you've ever heard of the boogeyman, guess what? It's not real. The thoughts that I had, which I discovered as a result of box breathing and playing some simple guitar, stemmed from fear. Fear of failure, a fear from old stories trying to like auto run in my mind. Think of it like old outdated software trying to reboot all by itself, maybe by default. Like I said though, they're not real. If I had to put an image on what I experienced, picture like a spy trying to follow you wherever you go. It was doing whatever it could to stay close to me. As I closed my eyes and worked through my box breathing and my breath work, I could see it. It wasn't real, of course. It's just a metaphorical expression for what I was feeling and thinking. If you've ever felt that resistance, that fear of success, or that quiet inner voice saying, "You're going to mess this up," this is for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did so that you can try it too. But be aware, this could be scary. Again, I'm not a mental health professional. If you're feeling like you're in danger and this is too much to do on your own, by all means, seek a mental health professional. I've lived through trauma and anxiety and addiction and a lot of really tough challenges just like you have. And from my experience, there's a big rainbow waiting for all of us. We just have to stay consistent. But one last disclaimer, I'm not here to tell you what you should do. I can only share my experience. So box breathing is pretty simple. You inhale for about 4 seconds, or whatever you can. If it's 3 seconds, that's fine. But think of the shape of a square box. You breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it, repeat. I like using the shape of a box and a square pattern on the guitar neck. So I'm on the 3rd fret, there's 4 notes, G, A, C, D, and then you can slide over to the 5th fret and you can go G, A, C, D. What I like to do once I get comfortable is I play with the slide technique. So it's like you'll have to find your own rhythm and pace. And to be honest, I'm trying to just breathe in, hold it, breathe out, hold it. The idea is to set up a steady rhythm, a steady pace, and to pair your finger/guitar technique with the whole process. You control the rhythm. And I know that by doing that, you're tapping into a whole deep well of parasympathetic nervous system responses, stress release, rhythmic breathing. Essentially, what we're doing is just teaching ourselves two magnificent things. A, we have a solution, and B, we're safe. When I did it as I stayed in rhythm, something started to surface. When I could see this inner shadow, as weird as this sounds, I made peace with it. Told it that it doesn't have to hide. I told it that we deserve success. I reminded it that we are ready. And lastly, I thought, if I do mess this up, I have a solution. And I'm going to come back and try it again. Normally, I'd push all those negative thoughts away. I'd bury them or try to numb them out. But this time, I became aware of them. And I grabbed my guitar and I started my breathing routine. Maybe it's the vibration from the strings or the guitar body on my body. At any rate, it works. And I realized that that inner voice feeds on stuckness and fear and hesitation. But when I breathed with it, saw it for what it was, it lost its power. It's not a monster. It's not really a shadow at all. It's just a scared part of me that needs a little relief. When I do this and exhale, every now and then I'll think about releasing the old stories. I don't need them anymore. That's what box breathing with guitar can do. It connects your mind and your body with your own inner truth. You can't outthink your fears, but you can outbreathe them. And sometimes this guitar can be your mirror. You want to try this exact exercise, grab your guitar, jump on the 3rd fret. Think of a box, just the shape of a square. I'm using strings 6 and 5, and then I slide over to the 5th fret and I use strings 4 and 3. Don't get stuck on the exact strings or notes. Rather, try to find your rhythm paired up with your breathing, paired up with your finger movement. To be totally honest, when I do this without a camera, I think it's even better. But that's okay. You get the gist of it, I hope. If not, then you got to comment or reach out and we'll work together. For now, though, just think of the basics. Square, 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 square. Over here, the squares become more like rectangles. But that's for a different lesson. And if this helps you in any way, drop a comment. I'm not sure if you know this or not yet, but we help each other out. And I get a lot of help from you as well. We're learning more than guitar here. We're learning how to face our inner fears. And we're tuning in to wellness. One chord, one breath, one note at a time. Thanks for stopping by.